Hello everyone, Jolene Ann from Chill Lifestyle. So I hope you've all had a fabulous holiday season. Hopefully you've had some good things come in into your life. So I've done nothing, okay? I've just put 3 decks in front of me. This is going to be a pick a card for 2025. Now, a few weeks ago, I did 2024, what you can expect near the end of the year in the sneak peek. This is more focused on 2025. Again, if you want something more personal, you have to book a personal reading. The details and the costs are down below. I don't focus on predictions because the more I'm learning about astrology, the more I'm starting to recognize that there's a lot of fated things that are sometimes preventing you from moving forward. So I might say that there's a soulmate, but you have to go through a certain amount of transitions and a certain amount of lessons before you meet that soulmate. So that soulmate could be 10 years away, okay? And that's why astrology, I'm not an astrologer, but I'm learning by myself. I don't know. I might actually go and take up a course because I'm starting to realize how important it is to understand these transits. So when I do someone's reading for 2025, again, I'm not trying to tell you, oh, the Wheel of Fortune means fate and luck, but it does mean that fate is changing for you in that month, and then the astrology chart will perhaps tell me in the areas where fate is changing. And sometimes the cards will not align with the planets, but it will give me an idea that there's something very fated. Now, fated could mean you have a car accident. Fated can mean love. It can mean luck. It can mean a catalyst. Fate is there. It's 10% of your life that is predestined. You cannot change it. You cannot control it. It's going to happen, but it's there for a good reason. Okay, good and bad. So I'm going to do work life in general, love and spiritual. Okay, so the decks are going to be used in all 3 plus anything else I may think. So what I'm going to do is I'm digging in here in front of you. So you know how, this is how I do it all the time. So now you know how I choose your stones. Okay, so I'm saying, for those of you who are choosing pile number 1, which stone is going to represent pile number 1's 2025? Okay, right. So this is the malachite. Okay, which stone is going to be for pile number 2? Which stone is going to be for pile number 2, please, Spirit? And we've got the opalite. And for those of you who are choosing pile number 3, which stone is going to be giving pile number 3? Now, this is why I also don't really like to focus too much, like, for example, on, and you've got pile number 3. Tigers up. This is why I don't really like to focus too much on star signs and stuff, because your chart is so personalized to you. You have to have, if you want the best reading, your time of birth, your place of birth, and of course then your date. Those 3 gives me the most accurate reading for you. I can figure out your fate points, if anything's going to be fated that are happening throughout the year, your stuck points, why things are not moving forward, what you still have to overcome. I can do a lot with your astrology charts if I know that. So if you are willing to book a reading and you do have that information, or you do have access to that information, try to get that for me first. Okay, I can pull a card, but again, those planets, well, it can push you out. I recognize, even with the whole Pluto transits, when I started to look at my life before 2008, I started to realize how much my life was actually affected by that Pluto. So, yeah. Okay, let's get into your reading pile. 1, 2, and 3. Pause. Take your time. When you rush in, you might not get the answers that you are needing. So take your time. Think about what you are wanting. What is your intention for 2025? And then let's see what Spirit has for you. Thank you so much. We will start with pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. You chose the malachite. So the first area we're going to do is we're going to do right, please, Spirit, this is for all of those who choose pile number 1, the lookouts. Right, so you've already, fate is stepping in and shaking up your world. Okay, we want to know for 2025, 8 cards, please. Can I please have Pile number one's 2025 reading. Okay, so this is general, finances, career. Okay, so in general and finances and career, what is the general theme for 2025 for pile number one, please, Spirit? Right. So I'm going to get all the cards out and then I will discuss it. Okay, I like to see it all as a whole. Okay, I'm about to put the fan on, so if you hear humming, I can't help it. It's just starting to get a little bit humid, and I need to breathe. Okay, so pile number one, right. So you've got the script at the bottom of the deck. So this is quite a karmic. So 2025, numerology-wise, breaks down to a number 9. 9 is really a year. It's a spiritual year. It's a year, and will be quite interesting when we get to the spiritual deck to see for you. But it's very much about humanitarian. It's, you know, Pluto's moving into Aquarius, humanitarian. So this is a year that when if things are not in alignment with your spirituality or aligned with your spiritual truth, whatever that may be for you, or aligned with your humanitarian. So in other words, how can I help others? How can I help the world? What can I do to help anyone out there? And it doesn't have to be big. You don't have to go and donate huge amounts of money, but you can, you know, I help humanitarian every day. This is for free. No one is paying for this channel. I'm literally talking to you here for free. I don't get paid a cent to do this. So therefore, that's humanitarian. Okay, so understand what it is. You are really going through, it's going to be a shake-up year. Okay, something in your life has to be pulled away from you because you've been very stubborn. You've been very not wanting to change. You have, and it's probably because of fear. Stubbornness is, I am so scared of what could possibly happen if I change. So I hold on to things. Even though they're bad for me, I suck it up. I will tell anyone, and you will know that this is for you if this makes sense. I know I make excuses for people. I know that someone is treating me badly. I know that someone is using me. I know that my work is terrible, but I am so afraid of being on the other end of that I just hold on to it because, you know, rather the devil I know than the devil I don't. And what's going to happen for you, pile number one, is Spirit is about to remove an obstacle and it's going to sting. So you're going to lose your job. Someone's going to die. And I don't mean that in a horrible, sorry, I mean that probably sounded very harsh. But, you know, passing and things like that, unfortunately, it's part of life. But it's something that's going to come crashing down for you, you know. And it's something that was not built on a round foundation. You know, there could be a break into your home. It could be, you know, flooding, something to do around your home life. That's shocking, okay? But it's there to teach you a lesson. You know, you may ask, well, what is the death got to teach me? Sometimes it is not to take people for granted. Sometimes it's understanding what they're going through, or sometimes it's healing something at a different point. Okay, you might not understand it. You know, when you're sitting in pain, you never understand the lesson. It's only years afterwards, when you've actually healed from the circumstances, that you'd look back and go, oh wow, okay, I get it now. So again, it may feel like crap, but there's good coming from it. It's going to give you strength. You may not felt like you had the strength to do it. Again, you held on so tightly to a relationship, to a job, to a career, to a belief system, that Spirit has to pull it away because it's unhealthy. Okay? Now, you're birthing something new. You've got the spring card, which means it will bring in something new. You will start to see little rosebuds or buds, seedlings, budding, coming in. Now, this can be around the areas of communication. This could be internet. It could be hearing things. You could actually get a lot of angel messages because you've got a lot of angels within your reading. You might get a vision. You might hear words. You might have this strong sense that something is around you. So you are protected as this happens. Okay, so again, this is something that's for the betterment of your life. Your life is out of balance. It's been out of balance, and next year you need to get it back into balance. So something has been toppling you over. Someone has been pulling at your strings so much that it's just leading to this collapse. Okay, and next year you need to learn to use your receptivity, so your intuition, along with your creativity. So learning how to be more creative, maybe in the lines of marketing, publishing, book publishing. We did have the scribe there, which means maybe it's time for you to voice yourself. Maybe tell people what you're going through. What in your childhood has prepared you? What do you wish you could tell someone else that's going through? You do not realize when you have survived this, someone else is going to go through it. We all go through the fates. Okay, so when you have survived, someone else is going to go through it, and you need to tell them how I got through it. Maybe you start a podcast, write a book. Use it through art, express yourself through art. Okay, there's definitely something around that has to happen, or that's going to be great for you. And again, you're being lifted up, you're being given the strength to deal with these circumstances. You are being distracted again from closing this ending, and you need to master something. You are an artisan in so much in your life that even in your career, if things have been quite stagnant, it's because, again, something within your personal life is affecting your financial situation. And you're getting distracted. So you have got like a skill. So it could be an artistic skill. Maybe you're an artist. Maybe you've always been an artist, but you've never been able to go out there and make money because I have to be a lawyer, and Spirit is going, no, you're an artist. I know that. You're speaking to someone who spent almost a whole life in finance. And that was my label. I'm a bookkeeper. I'm in financial, But really and truly, I'm more creative, so I should be doing something more creative, projects, art. I am a very creative soul. I love being creative in some way or form. Doesn't mean that I'm an artist. I can't draw properly. I can draw, but not really well. But I can decorate. I can, create. I've got a very creative mind. I can cook, So this is sounding like you. This is what I'm trying to get at. There's something about you that you're an artisan. You have got, your hands are amazing in some way or form. And you being distracted by other things in your life, that's why that has to be pulled away. Okay, you've got someone in spirit, again, someone who's passed over, that perhaps you are, this person could have been an artist, a father perhaps, and this person is trying to whisper to you what you need to do. But again, you being distracted, so you need to pull yourself in. You also need to have more fun. I kind of feel like maybe things have been so serious, or you're such a serious person that you've forgotten what it's like to have fun. And the fun is what's going to help you go towards this, okay? We're ending there with the War of the Roses. Again, this is this person, this boss, family members, your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your children, okay? Someone is my way or the highway. And this is what has to go. Because this person, because this is not love that I'm talking about, but this person is affecting your general life, your wealth, your health, your strength. Maybe you've been feeling very weak. This person's putting your life out of balance, and you need to bring it back in 2025. Okay, so anything that feels like it needs to end, the sooner you end it and let it go, even once it's done. Not easy, again, especially if it's a death. And again, I'm not trying to be harsh, sorry. But the sooner you realize that that person's never died, they're just in spirit, they're just in a different form, and the sooner you at least start working through the emotions of something that's been pulled away and just allow it to collapse and just allow things to be, the sooner things will move forward for you. Okay, so in general, it's a year of strength, it's a year of communication, it's a year of balance, and it's a year to release this situation that is never going to change. Listen to my words, it's never going to change. This person is never going to change. Okay, 10-10 is your sign. 10 ending, 10 ending. Time to end it, resolve it, and let it go. Okay, You can see in the flags, you are always in the arguments the one who's willing to say, okay, cool, let's move forward. This person's not going to change. They might say sorry, but their actions just keep repeating. Okay, so let's see for those of love. But also look at the words. Even if you're not looking at love, sometimes the words are quite important. So for pile number 1, 2025, so that is fighting. Oh, someone is wearing a false mask. Deception. Okay, so as I was saying, you're being deceived by someone. You're deceiving yourself. You know, we got true love that was at the bottom of the stick, so let's see if it's coming out. So, okay, so I'm going to take those. Love yourself first. Love yourself enough to realize this person's deceiving you. Okay, it is safe for you to love, but you're suffering with codependency. So it doesn't matter if this is love or not love. Your 2025, if you do not release this codependent situation, again, I am stubbornly holding on to something because of fear. I drink alcohol because I can't handle the pain. I take drugs because I can't handle the pain. I stick to a relationship or stay in a job that's so bad for me because I am so afraid of something else happening. Okay, so why are you codependent to this person? This person is deceiving you and you know it. That's the worst part about this, is that you know it. You have to sit with yourself and have a conversation about how honest am I with me. Do I believe this person's cheating on me? If you believe it, this is the sign that yes. Do I believe that this person is stealing from me? Do I believe that this person loves me? They're wearing a false mask. And you are so codependent to them. So this person is affecting your whole life. Your career, your money, nothing in your life is going to change until you remove this person from your life. Now, this may not be love for all of you, okay? It could be, but you need to figure out who this codependent deception person is. Could be a friend, could be your best friend. I know my best friend is jealous of me, and so therefore they actually hold me back because they actually put me down. I know that I'm so afraid of being alone that I would rather have my friend around. My friend is never ever there for me when I need them, but I'm always the first person to pick up their call. When they are depressed, I'm the first one to arrive at their house. But when I'm depressed, I go through it alone. Okay, does this make sense? This is someone who it's their way or the highway, and they're not going to change. And you do need to love yourself, and you do need to be open your heart to give and receive to the highest of all. It is safe for you to have a true love. Okay. Now we're going to get into spirituality. What is spirituality going to tell you for 2025? Again, pile number 1, I'm just getting this heaviness. This is not your first rodeo with this person, or your first rodeo with pain, and so I stick to the devil I know rather than the devil I don't. That's what I'm getting here. I'm so afraid. Are you by any chance a Scorpio, a Leo, a Taurus, or a Aquarius? Tell me in the comments if you are. We do have Leo here. We do have Aquarius here. Yeah, call back your power, cut the cold soul retrieval. Yeah. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. It's up to you. This is one of those, fate wants you to be happy. Fate wants your life to be heavenly, your life to be beautiful, your life to be serene and wonderful. You just need to gather the strength to do it for yourself. Okay? You are being called to step up and lead. This is the Archangel Gabriel. Okay? What you have been through in your life, someone needs to know about it. You need to help the world. Next year, again, humanitarian, someone needs to understand what you have gone through and how you have overcome an addiction. Maybe, you have an addiction and you will overcome it. You will have the strength to do so. You've got to have the faith that you do have the strength and fight every day for yourself, because you've got to love yourself enough to fight against this addiction. Once you have overcome this addiction or this life change or something in your life that is just pulling you down, some narcissistic situation, you need to start stepping up so that you can lead. Master your lessons so that you can go out there and help other people in this world. That is your mission in this world. You are in some way a healer. Whether you heal people through music, through art, through maybe healing hands, you've got the strength to do so, okay? And Spirit is saying that you are a warrior, but you haven't answered your deepest calling, and that's why you feel like you are stuck. You need to break the chains. I mean, again, here's my book. You know, this is my book, okay? Link is down below. You've got an ancestral pattern that's kept you stuck, again, in this codependency. You need to heal so you can rewrite your future. What is your niggle telling you? And where are you being called to journey to? Okay? That is my reading for pile number 1. A little bit harsh, I'm sorry. But again, it's up to you. The quicker you get the strength to release this and heal codependency. You might need a life coach. I am a life coach, but you know, there's plenty of others out there to help you through this, because you need to step forward and detach. The sooner you do this, pile number 1, you will create that heaven on earth. These little seeds will blossom into something else. And again, you will be a master of this. You need to have more fun. You need to see life like a child does, in a more magical way. You need to call on your angels to help you get through this. And things will get better. Thank you so much, and goodbye. Welcome. For those of you chosen pile number 2. Right, so the first thing we're going to do, pile number 2, is we're going to have a look at general and finances. Okay, so general and finances 2025. Now again, this is general. You know, you want to book a private one-on-one to have more of a astrology year, then my stuff is down below. $2025 pile number 2, please, spirit guides. I'm just going to get all the cards and then I'll explain it. I like to see them all. They tell me a nice story. Good start. Okay. So, pile number 2. Wow, interesting. Your 2025 is really, well, it's there are going to be ups and downs, is all I'm going to say, okay? But we've got some really positive cards here, so it's quite a positive year for you. So if you've been struggling, I kind of feel like 2025 is going to be a lot better. This is a year where you're the architect. So you've got the architect and you've got the Akashic field right next to each other. And oh wow, and the Akashic library. So this is saying to me, through knowledge, you will build your new world. So you've got 2 cards of the ace, just making sure going through it, which means there's definitely new beginnings for you next year. The Akashic field is telling me that everything you need to know, everything that you want to bring into your abundance or money or jobs, a wish that's being a long true wish, it's within your field. You just need to match the energy. So it's telling you that really and truly, once you match that energy, this will come in. Okay? So you have to put all your focus into manifestation skills. You need to wake up and put maybe a reminder on your phone on a daily basis. Maybe please go do yourself a favor right now. You want to go get yourself a book this week. Okay, you want to do it now because 2025, you want to go get 12 grapes for New Year's Eve. You're going to write down in your book 12 wishes and you're going to eat those grapes at midnight. I know it sounds hysterical. I will do anything to change my life, so trust me, it's not too bad. and you will eat all 12 within 12 seconds. I don't know. You've got to eat 12 grapes, one after another at midnight, and you've got to focus and read that book in front of you. Because you are really, it's up to you. You are the architect. If you have a bad year, it's because you didn't follow through. So to be in those wishes, you need to visualize them on a daily basis. You need to take at least a couple of minutes every day to visualize it and to feel it. And you feel it through your heart, by the way. So this is a good time to forgive anyone and everyone who's ever hurt you or upset you in your life, and maybe list them in this little book. This little book is your little book, okay? List them. Think about anything that they've done or said, or anything that's irritated you or whatever. Forgive them and forgive yourself. So put yourself on the list, because again, it's there. It's almost like if you've been wishing for money, it's there. All the universe is waiting is for you to believe in it, accept it, and be willing to receive it. That includes any fear you have of receiving or giving to yourself. If you only give to others and you feel awkward and icky about receiving, or awkward and icky about getting things or receiving things, then that's your block. Okay, so figure out your block. It's the most important thing. From now till New Year's, figure out your block, because you need to work on that. The minute you're in alignment, boom, everything's going to be aligned. Okay, because we've got the scripture, and the script is very much about knowledge, learning about manifestation skills, learning about energy, learning about the world, learning about how things come together, learning, talking, publishing. There's also a lot about karmic contracts. Okay, so contracts that you have with people. These are people that bring negativity to your home. These are people that bring drama to your home. These are people that are angry. They're part of your karmic contract. Like them or don't like them, they are there. And until that lesson is learned, this person keeps flying back in to bring you negativity, to bring you bad news, to bring drama into your life. Okay, you need to move yourself away from the turbulent waters, and you need to find that serenity. You need to do it on a daily basis. So the quicker you realize you're being pulled into someone else's bad temper or bad mood, your reaction is very important. You need to start getting hold of your reaction quicker, so that you can stop the reaction and learn how to become more serene. This is really a year where I kind of feel like fate is leaving it all onto you. So fate is not really intervening this year. They're kind of going, like, not to say not at all. You know, we all have fated events, but it's kind of like, well, what do you want? Because your karmic contracts really fall on your shoulders. The bird's nest there tells me, everything in this pile tells me money, wishes, and expansion, growth, financial expansion. You know, there could also be some legal papers. You know, the script could also be an inheritance coming in. Okay, and the drama around that. Again, flow through it. Don't allow someone else. There's always fights when it comes to inheritances and money. Don't get sucked in. Be tunnel visioned this year, that I am not allowing someone else to affect me. I want it. This is my wish. I am going to accept it. I don't care what anyone has to say. I don't care if everyone hates me. I am going to do what's best for me. When you take that approach, wow, it's like, boom, this explosion of things happening, and you are aligned. Okay, so this is really, what do you want? And how far are you willing to go get it? Look, we're not saying we're going to be evil or nasty. No, that's not alignment. But alignment is, you don't like me because I'm taking money, or you don't like me because I'm doing myself up. Okay, well, thanks, but no thanks. Okay, that is different to, oh, I'm going to steal your man. You know, we're not saying that, but we are saying, I'm sorry, I apologize. No, stop apologizing. I am choosing to do something that's good for me. And if you don't like that, well, it's just that. Tough titties. Okay, so great. I think it's an amazing year if you just allow it. So I'm going to get love messages, and just look at the message if you're not interested in love, because sometimes the message can relate to anyone. Your love can be your mom, your dad, your children, your partner, anything. So your financial issues is a factor right now in your love life. Okay, so it could be your partner that keeps buggering up things for you. You need to learn. You can't blame someone else. Stop blaming. This is taking accountability. I need to be accountable over my finances. I need to be accountable as to what's going on. And I need to push people back that are not in alignment. What's good, okay? Okay, so for those of you who are looking for someone new, this could be the one. You might meet this person in a work environment because there's a lot of expansion around that area, karmic contracts, let go of the drama and move away from turbulence. When you find serenity, you will find the one that you are seeking. But you've got to learn to love yourself first, okay? Your self-respect makes you more attractive in anything. It makes the field tells you that you are already attractive. But if you do not respect yourself, then the field is on the outside of you and it's not within you. So when you love yourself enough to say, I will not accept anything else other than what's good for me, the universe pays out. Okay, your love life is affected by your children. Maybe your children are the drama. Okay, maybe you need to spend more time around your children. Children also about fun. Okay, children about fun. If you ever spend time with a child, you'll realize that children have the most beautiful imagination. They believe in magic. I mean, that's why we tell them all these stories about, Father Christmas and Easter bunnies and things like that, and the tooth fairy. We give them magic and then we take it away and then we become adults and we forget that feeling and that belief. Again, the belief that I'm going to win money or receive money is really about now having that magical belief in it. It's all one thing to pray for it every day, but sometimes you got to stop praying and you got to stop just letting it go and understanding that it's there already. Okay, like a child does. Child knows that on Christmas Day they're receiving something. Maybe not all their wishes. Your wishes sometimes comes in different forms. Maybe it might come from children, but you've got to be willing to receive. Right, this is more on a spiritual front. Anything around, your health and spirituality, I see it is, because health and spirituality are hand in hand. For pile number 2 for 2025, please, Spirit. Oops. Okay. Play. Yeah. See, the child can't play. Have fun. Celebrate. Stop being so serious. Okay. So if you are constantly in a state of agitation, a state of frustration, and a state of nervousness, you can't manifest. Then the field is on the outside of you. That field has to be inside of you. Again, act every day as if you've already got it. And eventually, one day, you will wake up and realize that you have it. Okay, so again, your financial situation, your career, and life in general next year actually falls into your vibration. Okay, so whatever you're going through next year, it's your vibration. Wow, soul tribe, calling in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Again, your soul tribe can be a soulmate. For a lot of you, you could be meeting a soulmate this year. But again, you just have to become in alignment. You have to believe, you have to love yourself first. That means stop dating idiots. That means breaking up with idiots and people who are not respecting you. Respect yourself first and tell the universe, I'm not having this person in my life. I am moving away from anyone who does not respect me. Because you don't have to do it alone. You've got people around you who are supportive, people around you who are going to uplift you, people around you who want to be there to help you out. Your soul family does not have to be blood related, by the way. You could divorce your whole family and go find new people. Those people will make you feel more at home than anyone else. Okay? And those people are the people you need to spend more time with because they make you feel good inside. Anything that makes you feel good inside is good. Birthing a new age. Dreaming a new world into reality. Okay, so pile number 2, it's like really, I don't even know what to tell you. You are the architect. So you design next year. Write it down, get a book, write it out, write down those 12 wishes, visualize them, think about them, dream about them, feel them. Don't get pulled into the turbulent waters by someone who keeps coming at you. This person is a trigger. The quicker you heal, the quicker you see them in the loving compassion and try to deal with them in a different way, using honey rather than vinegar. If I'm nasty to you and you snap back at me, you're just as bad as me. You know better than me. Your reaction to the way I treat you has to be better in the way I've treated you. Okay, so your reaction has to be better. Your reaction needs to come from a place of love and compassion, and in the belief that better is available, but still in a respectable way. You can tell someone in a respectable way, I didn't like that. It doesn't have to be in a nasty way, because the minute you come from a place of it's not met in a good way. Okay, so try to remember that the field is constantly surrounding you. When you are from a place of love, light, compassion, you will be in alignment, you will meet your soulmate, soul tribe, and you will get the financial blessings or whatever you've been longing for, wishing for. Okay. Thank you, pile number 2. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I will chat to you soon. Goodbye. Hello, pile number 3, or the tiger's eye. Right, so, okay, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to look at your finances and your career for 2025. Oh, the chess game. Okay, so just be aware of someone who's going to be playing a game. I kind of feel like you need to see someone from a different perspective. I do see you rebuilding your life or getting involved in building projects, or maybe you're decorating your home, or oh wow, and that's completely flown out. You got the architect at the bottom of the deck, so sorry, just give me a second. Okay, so I'm going to get the cards out and then we'll get into it. Right, so 2025, please, Spirit, for 2025. Oh, this is taking a while, but you know, sometimes you've got to be patient. Oh, okay. Right, pile number 3. So your 2025. Okay, so this card kept on coming out, so it's going to be quite important, so we'll talk about it. This card talks about someone that's building a cathedral. Okay, they've got the plans, they've got the bricks, and they're laying it brick by brick. You may be starting over next year in some way or form. So this could be moving, building, getting involved in building projects or interior design projects in the building industry, perhaps, because you know this is about your career and finances. Or you could be starting over, okay? But there is like a brand new beginning that over time you will get what you are wanting. So it's like brick by brick. Paths are unknown. So right now it kind of feels like you're going to have some options and decide where you are going or traveling or moving. I just kind of feel like there's, again, for a lot of you, there could be a relocation change, or the possibilities of something. And in the beginning, it feels like, oh, you know how long it's going to take me to get where I want to go if I choose this. But brick by brick, I kind of feel like it's going to benefit you. Just be aware of something tricky that might want to stop you, okay? It did kind of come up there. So it feels like someone wants to stop you. Someone wants to prevent you from going down this path. So don't choose the path of the trickster or something that feels too good to be true. Probably, maybe not. One path is more enlightened for you. The other path does lead to some kind of loss. Okay? You do have the will, the wisdom, and the mind to get through this. Okay, so I see a year of passion. It's quite a passionate year, so it's to go after your passions. Again, even if you have to lay it brick by brick. So this could be a business you're building up as well. For some of you, something you've always passionate about, and this is after a loss. But if you figure it out that whatever you've lost, there's a treasure. And again, this treasure chest seems so small compared to what you've lost. But let me tell you, what is coming, this treasure is more valuable to you than what you've lost. Okay, you're also being crowned this year. So this is crowned with information. I'm looking at the light of the world. So you could be given some kind of crowning moment of information that's going to come in and really, you know, give you this like, wow, like, gosh, you know, whatever this information is, it just feels like you're definitely about to be crowned in something. I'm also getting very much, there could be a Virgo or someone that comes in to help you, or again, the light of the world, you're going to get information. So don't forget that whatever's going on, there could be a lot going on at once, to make sure that you spend enough time alone in order to gather information. But I do really feel like it's a year of balance, a year of enormous power for you, something that's just going to give you the will and the power to move forward. Okay, there's also obviously, you know, we'll see when we get to love, but you know, it's not just, I do kind of feel like, again, with the emotions, it could be a lot of love this year, or something that's really emotional for you, but definitely a lot to do with the mind, you know, the crowning, the mind, an intellectual year. It is a 9 year, so that's a very spiritual year, so a lot of spirituality coming your way, mastering things, raising your stuff to a higher purpose, or really being more in line with your purpose next year. You know, passion, your passion, creativity, or something like that could definitely be really great. But I do feel like you're going to get raised up into maybe a position of authority, or there's going to be a lot of influence around you. You might have to just be very disciplined next year, meditate, rest. Again, there is going to be the need to rest. It feels like there's just a lot happening, okay? You just need to know that the divine forces are helping you. They're pushing you through. There is a sense of diversity here as well next year, okay? So in the midst of everything, don't forget to have fun, okay? And try to diversify yourself. So in some way, don't stick to the same stuff, okay? You might have to look into different areas. Again, there could be a move for some of you, change of scenery, change of thought, change of people. You know, it's almost like whatever you've been doing before, whatever this loss is, it's time to look in a different direction, okay? So it's maybe in relationships, we'll see when we get to love, it could be time to change the kind of people you date, or the kind of people you normally go for. The willow tree tells me that you've got the strength. I mean, you've got the will, the wisdom, and the mind to get through whatever's happening next year, but you've also got the strength. The willow tree is also there to tell you that it almost feels like next year is a time for you to shine, okay? It is a time for you to withstand all the pressures that life has to offer, and to shine that light to the world, and to show the world how brilliant you are. You have to really, it's like you coming out of the darkness into a lot of light, but you've got to do it yourself, okay? Don't allow someone to come in the way. That's all I can say. Because I definitely had this feeling that someone wants to try and come in and take your light away. Okay, let's get into love. The Isle of Man, I'm just throwing it out there, may be relevant for some of you as well. I don't know what that's about, but got to put it out there. Ooh, passion. I told you the year of passion. The deception. Now, it did come out in reverse, and I don't generally look at reverse. Again, I feel like, and I'm just going to put it out there, there is someone that, again, there's a tricky fox. That's why I have to put it out there. There is a tricky fox that is out there next year. There's going to be a lot of passion between you and this person, okay? And I kind of feel like this person's been deceptive. I also am getting, for some of you, the fact is, but I do feel like this, you're going to be aware of this. For others, I also really feel like because they came out in reverse, and I don't read them in reversals, I kind of feel like you're done with this. You see this deception straight out. So I kind of feel like whoever's going to try and trick you, I think you're just going to go, you know what, I'm going to allow my heart to sing with joy. I'm going to choose something that's, you've got the crown. So again, you've been crowned the information that you are needing. So I don't really think this is a problem. Okay. Anything else in love for pile number 3, please? For love. Wow. Okay, so there's a past life relationship. This person could be a different, I just have to say, because it was at the bottom of the deck, because this is the unknown, and we have got the diversity. This person is different to you in some way. They've got a different upbringing, maybe a different cultural, so different languages, different cultural, different diversity could be different ethnic groups, different, same sex. So if you normally go for males, you may realize you're gay and fall in love with someone that's a female, and vice versa. Maybe someone who's got children or wants children, don't know. Okay, let me get one more card and then we're going to go to your spirituality. Healing family issues. Yeah, so I'm really getting that you need to stay optimistic next year, because your passion might pull you, or someone who is going to want to deceive you. But I really kind of feel like this is someone who, you know, it's going to be quite a big loss, the deception. It's going to feel like you've lost everything, like your whole world has fallen apart. But I kind of feel like you kind of know it already. You see this person, it's like it's not a shock to you. It's what I'm really getting. You're like, yeah, it hurts, but it's also not a shock. Okay, I kind of feel like your passion for them is going to die out, because you now see this person's false mask, and there is a lot of healing that will take place. But at the same time, I do feel like there's a true love coming in, that you might meet again when you maybe are away or something. There's just something about that is what I'm getting. When you're out having fun, when you're in a different town or a different thing, I do kind of feel like there's a past life relationship that's will come in. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling for love. Now, spiritual health and everything else, what am I getting here? Because, yeah, I just feel like there's a starting over. There really is a starting over for you. Oh, that's a lot of cards. I'll just kind of go through them. The Great Gathering, okay, your intuitive hits, your soul tribe, a pillar of light. You are the oracle. Look, again, there's the wisdom and the mind. So I feel like these are quite relevant, actually. So next year, you are an oracle. You are rising. Your vibration is rising. You've got to constantly keep your vibration high. Pile number 3 next year. It's like so important. And again, it feels like, that's what I'm getting from this. It's the weirdest feeling. It's almost like you are rising so vibrantly high that this person's deception is just like, yeah, not to say it's not going to hurt, okay? But I just kind of feel like, you just know this person. You know that they've tricked you before. It's like, what you've done to me before, you're not going to do again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. It's one of those. And I don't feel like you're going to be fooled twice. The Council of Light, you have divine orchestrated help of the subtle realm. Again, you've got all these people. These are the most, you've got you've got, well, I can't name all of them. I don't know who they all are. But, you've got Buddha, you've got Jesus, you've got Muhammad, you've got Mother Mary. These are all the divine priests and priestesses of all pasts that are here around you. They are surrounding you. In other words, you are more intelligent when it comes to the world. People need to listen to you because you know information that other people just don't. You can't explain it, but you just have this deep hidden information because you've got the ascended masters, the most ascended people in all realms that are giving you information, and you're being crowned this information. Okay, so that's why you just need to keep vibrating at a higher light. And again, I don't feel like this loss is nothing to you. It's you see this person for who they are. So, you might be moving away from them. It might still sting a bit, but you're realizing now where your treasure lies. So again, I kind of feel like you're going to see this illuminated path. You're going to know, even if it does mean starting over, even if it's quite scary, because, it's not as as big as what you wanted, I kind of feel like you've got the wisdom, the will, and the mind to do so, and you're strong enough to handle it. Because look here, we've also got the initiation, the rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So in 2025, you're going to be crossing over a threshold, which is just going to take you to a whole new place. It's almost like, I don't know where you are numerology wise, but it feels like a massive step into a different direction for you. And I just kind of feel like you're going to look back, maybe not next year, but the year after, look at your life, and you're going to say like, wow, this is, the tiger's eye is also quite abundant. The tiger's eye is very much also financial, but it may be a slow burn. It's, something that's going to change your world slowly but surely, one brick at a time. But you're going to be crossing over a threshold, and where you're going to, you may be in a dark place right now. Lightning, thunder, fear. Look, we've got snakes. Look at that. All your fears. You're sitting in like in a nightmare. You can't get out of it. You've got all your fears around you. Darkness, upset, depression, hurt, pain. But look, it's like you're almost there, okay? You don't realize how close you are to the crossing this threshold. So you keep vibrating high, pile number 3. Don't allow, as I said, whatever losses, whatever's been thrown at you, you are strong enough to get through it. You are wise enough to get through it, and you will get through it. And when you do, it's almost like, look, that almost looks like that there. So it's like the most beautiful, and even that there, look at the beautiful cards, and you've got this. I kind of feel like this is where you are now, but when you cross over the threshold, you've got the most magical stuff. It's all coming together. So your soul tribe is there. Again, just don't be tricked by this tricky fox, but I don't think you're going to be. I kind of feel like you may be healing some family issues, but I kind of feel like you'll get through this. You're going to choose the right path, because you'll know that path. Even if others don't agree with you, even if others feel like you're making a fool, or other people feel like, no way, Jose, you just keep going, okay? So yeah, that's what I have for you. It is a spiritual year next year. So again, I feel like you're the one who's going to be affected spiritually the most, more than others. Because you are meant to, you are the oracle, okay? You're meant to be the leader. You are the leader. Other people will follow you. So you carry on going. See your light. Don't be pulled back by other people who are they are now in the darkness. Because when you're in the light, be reminded of the darkness. Have compassion for people who are in that darkness. But you have to get into that light so that you can help them. When you are here, it's very hard to help someone else get there, because you're not there yet. When you have overcome your stuff, when you've crossed the threshold, I mean, look at this tree that is just so beaming with light. The roots are grounded down. No one has seen what you have gone through. There's a bit of turbulence, but even that water is turning into serenity and peace and love and acceptance. So you're my spiritual gurus, pile number 3. And spiritual gurus have to go through the most amount of loss, because it's the only way to help others is to feel it, go through it, like all those ascending masters, like Jesus, like Mary, like Buddha. I don't really know much about Muhammad, and there's a lot of other ancient gurus here, but all these gurus had to go through a sense of suffering, and through that suffering you learn true heaven. Okay. Thank you. Comment, like, and subscribe, and goodbye.